Hello future investors and welcome back to another weekly episode. Now in today's video, I'm going to be telling you my personal top 5 money saving tips. Number 1, self-control. Now this is the most important tip and I like to live by this as my number 1 rule. Self-control, why is it important? Well, firstly, if you do not have self-control, none of the other tips I'm going to tell you will be beneficial. You need to be able to have the self-will and mindset to be able to control your spending. Now, an example of this I like to live by is, if I go shopping and I see something in a shop that I like and I want to buy, the first thought that comes to my mind is this: did I leave to go and buy this item? Did I come looking for this item? And if the answer is no, and most of the time it is, then I don't buy that item. And that is a way I have developed some form of self-control to stop myself doing spontaneous purchases, which we quite often do. So number 1 is self-control. Number 2, create multiple accounts in your bank account. Now, what do I mean by this? Now, I normally keep most of my money in one account, bar a few investments elsewhere. The reason for this is it allows you to see your full saving, budgeting and spending. So, I've created 3 accounts in my one bank account, and they are: number 1, my billing account. This covers my bills and cost of living for the month. Number 2 is my current account. This account is a free to spend account really, and an allocation of money that I can do whatever I like with. And number 3, I have a savings account, and this is where I allocate my money for investing or saving. And by doing this, you really develop control over your budgeting and money. You can see that your bills and debts are paid, you can see how much play money you've got to spend, and you can see how much money you've got to save and invest. It then really makes it easy for you to monitor your bills account for your debts and your bills that you've got to pay, your spending money, and how much savings you've got. So number 2 is create multiple accounts in your bank account so you can allocate your budgeting. Number 3, create a budget. Creating a budget is extremely important because this allows you to figure out month by month how much you've got to pay into your bills account, how much you've got left over to play with, and how much you've got to invest or save. So I normally do this when I get paid. I look at the net pay that I've taken home and I work out how much I need to put into my bills account, which is the same normally every month. So then whatever is left over, I divide into 2 segments. I put normally half of it into my current account, or 25% of it into my current account, and the rest into my savings account for investments and saving. So create a budget, guys. When you get paid, look at your 3 separate accounts, work out, first of all, most importantly, pay your debts and your living, your cost of living for the month. Then whatever is left over, you can do whatever you like with. You can spend it all, you can save it all, or you can split it up between those 2 accounts. So create a budget, and I like to do that when I get paid. So then you know for the whole month where your money is and how much you've got to spend. Number 4, cost-effective saving. What do I mean by this? Well, it's easy for us to go out and spend money unnecessarily. But a good way of saving money is to stop and think for a moment. Do I need to buy this? And how could I save money by not doing this? So one example I would like to give is when we're hungry, it's very easy to go and get a takeaway and spend 10, 15, 20 pound or dollars. You know, it adds up. What I like to do to develop a slight, again, form of self-control is when I'm hungry and contemplating getting a takeaway, I think, have I got anything at home that I could cook, that I could get out of the freezer, I could make a sandwich? That's going to cost me nothing because I've already got it here. More than often, the answer is yes. So try and look at ways to cost effectively save. Should you drive your car to the gym? Or is it a minute down the road? You could walk. Well, think about how much fuel you would save over the course of a month, over the course of a year. So really have a think, guys, and look at ways where maybe you're unnecessarily costing yourself more money than you need to be. Try and look at a way to cut that down and switch out for a better alternative. Number 5, and my final tip, is create a side hustle. If you have a job, and I'm sure most of you have a primary job, that's fantastic. But having a side hustle where you can earn cash and have that as an extra side income makes a detrimental difference to your bank account and your cost of living. You'll find that if you're doing a side hustle and you're earning some money on the side, you'll get to a point when you realise by the end of the month, you've hardly touched your bank account where you got paid from your primary job because you've lived off of your side earnings. Or you've spent your side earnings on savings, or you've spent them on things to enjoy. Either way, no matter what you do with that, it stops you from spending the money from your primary job. So I think it's a really important thing to have a side hustle if you're trying to improve your financial stability and increase your financial freedom. It really does make a difference. You don't have to be earning a lot of money for it to make a big difference. So look at a side hustle. There's plenty of options out there. You can look on YouTube for what side hustle you might like to start, but I would definitely recommend that. So that is my top 5 money saving tips. I hope they've helped you. They are ways that I save money, and they are really effective for me. So very simple, but put them in action and I guarantee you will see a difference in your finances. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed filming it for you as always. Please make sure you leave a comment below if you've enjoyed it. Leave a review or put any ideas for the next future videos, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We are very, very close to 500 subscribers. Thanks for watching as always, guys, and I will see you in the very next episode. Bye-bye.